Fire her, CBS's Natalie Brand.
Her attorney is challenging what he calls an unprecedented and illegal action, saying specifically in the complaint that the Federal Reserve Act explicitly requires a showing of cause, and that unsubstantiated claims, which the president used to justify cause, do not meet that threshold.
Russia has launched its deadliest attack in Ukraine since President Trump met in Alaska with Russian President Putin. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
He was not happy about this news, but he was also not surprised. These are two countries that have been at war for a very long time.
Correspondent Ann Leah reports there's outrage in Europe, little surprise among Ukrainians.
You now have Ukraine, virtually everyone I'm talking to on the ground there, saying they saw those talks as nothing more than a stall tactic, something to buy Vladimir Putin some more breathing room. And now when you look at the attacks of today, specifically on the European Union delegation offices, I mean, remember that Europe is where this war is happening, and the European Union is afraid that after Ukraine, much of Europe is next. So Ukraine sees this as a slap in the face and also as a sign of what could come if Ukraine falls.
Checking the numbers on Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow is up nearly 60 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, you new to the area or just want to know about the best hidden gems and upcoming events? Stay tuned. Be Local Buzz with Devin takes you to these places, introduces you to the best businesses, and tells you about upcoming buzz. Preset your radio to Tan Talk 1340 AM or 106.1 FM every Thursday from 4 to 5. That is the Be Local Buzz with Devin on Tan Talk 1340 AM and 106 FM every Thursday from 4 to 5. Looking forward to speaking with you.
Hi, I'm Dawn Reese with The Dawn Reese Show, most powerful names in entertainment, every Thursday at 5 p.m. I have so many different segments I'm so excited to share with you, from miracle stories to celebrity interviews with Hollywood connections to travel, and soon the Housewives of Florida, to local business promoting your business on the air with me, an amazing opportunity to grow your business. Tune in to the Tan Talk Radio Network, 106.1 FM on Thursdays, 5 p.m. with me, Dawn Reese.
Hi there, I'm Robin Savage, stand-up comic. Are you sick of the news getting pushed around by two sides, always saying the other side is wrong? You deserve to enjoy the news.
That's what's up, Robin. I'm your host, Mac James, from Stand Up for News. We're stand-up comics, and we tell the news. The news doesn't have any legs and can't stand up for its own self. Join us and special guests like local hero comics like Donnie Stopa, all the way to legends like Tommy Chong, here on WTAN Radio.
Every Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m.
Pan-Hellenic News, on air live every Wednesday at 4 p.m. at 106.1 FM. Pan-Hellenic News, radio program from the Pan-Hellenic Federation of Florida. Wednesday at 4 p.m. Greek news, entertainment and culture.
Για νέα και για τον ελληνισμό. Μείνετε συντονισμένοι.
Stay tuned.
This is Paul Porter, the arena voice of the Tampa Bay Lightning and press box voice of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, inviting you to join me and Jason Alessi for the home team every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. here on the Tan Talk Radio Network and Facebook Live, the home team with Paul Porter. Special guests, prizes, and your phone calls about the Bucs, Lightning, Rays, USF, Sun, FSU, Florida, and more. Talk to you this Saturday at 9 a.m. right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Caregivers find the support they need on Connecting Caregivers Radio with Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregiver. Heard every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m., Linda and her caring and knowledgeable guests will bring you education, information, and resources, as well as a shoulder for caregivers. That's Connecting Caregivers Radio with Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregiver, where you can find help and hope every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Ain't it good? Tampa Bay's Tan Talk, entertaining and informative radio for the Sunshine State.
Stay right there. The Shrink and Wrap show starts right now.
Still I don't go there. Everybody says, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no, no. Caught up in the rhythm of it. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Looking for something I can't have. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Everyone knows all about my transgression. Still in my heart somewhere, there's melody and harmony for you and me tonight. Oh, I hear them call my name. Everybody says, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. I don't want to get caught up in
So say something. Everybody say something. This is a Shrink and Rap show. Can you say Shrink and Rap show?
Shrink and Rap show.
Shrink and Rap, baby.
And this is your community station. So if you're out there today enjoying this beautiful weather, hello. I thought it was really nice this morning. No rain.
Yeah.
Right?
Finally.
Yeah. So everyone's out there driving in the car right now or at home or sitting in your office or whatever you may be doing. Welcome to the Shrink and Rap Show. This is your community station right here in Clearwater, Florida on 106.1 FM, TAN Talk Radio. And thank you, DJ Mike. You did that really good. We had some serious stuff last week. So, and Trish and Gucci Girl's with me today. My raps are with me. So thank you for being here today. Mm-hmm. And last week we had a little bit of a challenge. And if you're listening to our show, you're going to want to stay tuned because what we're going to be talking about is how to let go of grudges and just letting go and how to manage a grudge, even if you don't want to let it go where it doesn't affect your life, because we're going into a new season. Fall is here. September's around. Y'all ready?
Right. Yeah.
I'm ready. Some cooler weather.
Cooler weather and cleaning out stuff in your closets. We did during the summer. Now we're going to clean out our soul and have a happy season. Right?
I did do some of that yesterday too. It's so funny you should say that.
You purge?
I have some, I put a few items of clothing on the floor that I'm going to donate.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? I'm one of those. I buy stuff and I love it, but then I hold on to it for too long.
Way too long.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Yeah, good for you. What about you? You've been too busy.
I've been too busy, and I really don't look at my closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't even look in there. I tell my husband, don't go in my closet.
Yeah.
You don't want to. So I've got a lot of work to do.
Well, we talked about that. And for all of you that are out there listening to the Shrink and Rap Show, my name is Tracy. And what we do here is we try to lift you up for a positive energy. And then we also like to do networking in our community because this is your community. And what we do without getting long-winded about it, but the lyrics of the songs have a lot of meaning to my show, as well as what the shrinks say. And we have Rowene that's going to be coming back today, and she's going to be talking about letting go, coming up here in about 5 minutes. And then we have a rap's point of view. But we want you to understand that whatever we talk about doesn't mean it's the right answer. It's just like we're going to lunch and we're sharing differences and opinions in whatever the topic might be. But it doesn't mean it's right for you, and it doesn't mean it's right for me. But I think it's good to kind of talk because sometimes it unlocks things that are in you, or you know what I mean? Or maybe not, or maybe it validates you.
Well, I think different ideas, and it makes you think. And like you said, it could spark something that aha moment.
Yeah,
right.
And even the lyrics of the song. So even if you're not listening to the Shrink and Rap show, you might listen to a song, and I know a lot of people like, oh, no, duh. But really, some people really don't appreciate the lyrics of songs. They are poetry.
I live by
emotion. You remember that song?
I live by the lyrics. They help you when you're going through something in your head.
Yeah.
Remember that day I told you Seasons in the Sun is my song. I just have to keep playing it over and over to try to get through something that was bothering me.
And you know what's funny about that song? I think I could be wrong. I probably shouldn't say this, but Seasons in the Sun, I always sang that as a kid. I love that song, but I think it's somewhat really sad song.
It is. It really is.
But it unlocked it for, unlocked things, but the meaning for you is right.
Right. It helped me.
Yeah, I love that. I love to hear that. We'll have to play that for you.
Okay.
Well, so today, again, welcome to the show. And so listen to the lyrics and take in what you get, because we're just here to lift everybody up, and just know it's suggestions and opinions only, and for entertainment. And we're not trying to preach or lecture. We're just having a show of lifting people up. So we do have that segment with Roween. We have some great music coming up that I've discovered myself today. And we also have our community spotlight that I'm going to award airtime to. So he'll be coming on. His name is Brian. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then we have Renee around Tampa Bay. And we have your nonprofits that are going to be. Right. And then we have Gucci Girl keeping us straight. So
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bella. And what's that mean?
It can be hello, goodbye, in Italian.
I like that. Okay,
Remember, she's our flight attendant. She knows everything from around the world.
I love
it's
that.
like aloha. It can be hello and goodbye at the same time.
That's so funny because I was going to create a new segment. I've created all these segments. I got Trish over here. I said, can you do my nonprofit? But now I'm thinking I wanted to have learn something new segment.
A travel segment.
Oh, no, learn something new. And you can do the travel.
Airplane etiquette, what to do on an airplane, not to do.
I can tell you everything not to do because I've done everything not to do.
Is it true now that we can't take curling irons anymore? Did you hear that?
No, I have not heard that.
Well, that means you have to go on your rollers and your bobby pins. And then the pilot will say, will you please bring your curling irons? Might scare them.
You can do anything if you check it.
That's right. So, and also I'd like to congratulate your daughter for passing her test. That's a big deal, right?
Thank you. Yes.
And
that was,
so that was a really big deal. And before we do our Loosen Up song, DJ Mike, thanks for joining us again. We had technical difficulties last week. So thank you for being what you did last week. You made the show go on. And so with Mackenzie, and I want to say happy birthday to all the August birthdays, and I'll be wishing the September birthdays coming up. And also, do you guys know who sings Say Something? Do you remember? You know?
No, I don't know.
Let me give a little credit because he might need some, new customers, but I doubt it. Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
Timberlake. Say Something. That's who sings that. Justin Timberlake. So I think that's a great song. Have you ever heard of it? And Chris Stapleton, by the way.
The listeners probably knew that.
Maybe, maybe not. But listen, for introducing a different song. So just say something. So sometimes you wonder if just saying something, when someone is so quiet and they're not talking, do you think they might be upset about something? Right? Possibly.
Yeah. Or they're going through something.
They might have a misunderstanding about something. So and that's what's going to lead us to, after this Loosen Up song, to Roween. Let's take a listen to our Loosen Up song, DJ Mike.
Uptown on Broadway, walk it out like a runway. Gotta get it what they all say. Maybe wanna get it what they all say. West side girls love me, east side girls love me, down south girl trust me. You got something lovely. All I wanna do is let go, let go. Baby, grab a hold and lose control. Never question your morality. God gave you your sexuality, so. Ooh, yeah.
So let it go. I love that. Do you guys like that energy?
Yes.
The techno. And when I first heard it, I was saying let it go, meaning in my mind, I was saying let it go, whatever's bugging you.
Right.
And I was going to use the Disney version.
Right.
Let it go,
Yeah.
But I thought I'd put a little pizzazz in it.
That was very good.
Yeah. So I just like those lyrics, but you can use those lyrics however you want. But I'm using them here for the purpose of how not to hold grudges. Do we have Roween on the Shrink and Wrap show? She's here. Roween.
Hi.
How are you doing? Thank you for coming back.
I'm good. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. And did you hear that song? I had a little bit of good energy.
I
Let
did.
it go. Did you, it was like a let it go energy. And we welcome you back. And last week we talked a little bit about how to let things go. and how not to hold grudges, or a little bit about the topic of grudges. So can you kind of refresh our new listeners and old listeners for part 2 segment? Define grudge and how it can affect you in a negative way physically. But I also like you to do a twist of how it can help you in a positive way, maybe. I don't know if that's possible or not, but I'll let you take it from there. Take it off.
Holding a grudge is related to resentment, and resentment is unhealthy for our bodies as well as for our minds. A grudge comes about when you feel like someone has done something that goes against what you believe. Sometimes they can have harmed you, and then recognizing that they're harmful is a set a boundary, and to learn about holding your boundaries. And I think in all my years of being a therapist, one of the things that has constantly come up is the idea that when you forgive somebody, it's saying that what they did to you was all right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not at all what forgiveness is about. Forgiveness is about recognizing that they are humans, they make mistakes, that what they did was not okay, but it was what they thought was the right thing at the time. And you can still hold your boundaries and your disagreement with those people without being resentful, without holding the grudge, without being closed off. And it's resentment and grudges, as well as negative thinking, all impact our.
Are you there?
Uh-oh.
I was listening. I think we lost Rowene. No, Rowene, are you there? Okay. Well, she'll be back with us in 1 second. So, there's a song. I mean, I agree, because last week, if you're tuning in right now to the Shrink and Wrap show, I listened to the show. I try to listen because I don't think we don't want to offend people that really have the right to be angry. You know what I mean? So that's not what Rowene is trying to say. And again, this is suggestions and opinions. So don't, we're just planting seeds of thought in your mind. But sometimes you could be angry and it's legitimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you just don't want it to affect you physically.
I think that's where the phrase "we can agree to disagree" comes into play.
Right. Doesn't mean that you have to forget and be all about it, because what she just said, there's a difference between forgiveness and forgetting.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I want everyone that's listening, that if you're upset about something and someone really offended you, the one thing I would say, make sure that you have facts of why they offended you. And then the boundary, in my opinion, as a wrap. How about y'all? I mean, how do you feel about that communication?
But I think you could also maybe realize then that you need to go your different way. It's not going to work out, in the future, but you can still forgive. I forgive you, but I don't think that we're good together.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you don't agree on something, and it's like they had their opinion, you have yours, and everyone's entitled to their own opinions.
Well, that song that we just heard by Justin Timberlake. Timberlake. I always want to say Lane. Sorry, Justin. Forgive me. Justin, seriously, sorry. But I'm giving you airtime for your song, just to let you know, with my 30 listeners. But Justin Timberlake's song, it's and I don't know if this is 100%, but it apparently is inspired by recent misunderstandings. So misunderstandings, it could be agree not to agree, but it can also be true misunderstandings, right? So,
and anyway, he used a song to rectify the misunderstanding.
Yeah,
he let it out that way.
He let it out. That's right. Rowene's back on the line. Okay, Rowene, are you back on? It's live radio. It's kind of fun. So carry on. Carry on. We were just talking about the difference between forgiveness.
What did you hear?
Well, we understand what you were saying there, the forgiveness and the forget, right? I mean, forgetting, but
So not forget, just forgive.
yeah, to forgive, right? So carry on from there, so we can get back on track with that.
But what I was saying about that is the importance of it is connected.
We're not supposed to know.
We're having technical difficulties again.
Again this week.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
You actually sound good. You sound good.
I think I'm back. I do have a little bit of an echo.
Okay. It's good on our side, though. It's good on our side. You did good. Just talk a little slow, and then it won't. Yeah.
Good. Good. Anyway, holding on to act of forgiveness is detrimental to your sleep. It causes your arteries clogged, reduces your immune system, so you get sick more often.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really important to look at what's causing, what of your beliefs have caused you to feel the pain that you're feeling, and then have a calm discussion with the other person using reflective listening to make sure you're on the same page.
Calm discussion. That's key.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, calm discussion is key. And making sure you're talking about the same thing. I had a new client a little while ago, and our session, I was not paying attention to the time, and our session went beyond the hour, and this person was paying cash. And so at about when I realized the time, I said to him, it's my responsibility to keep track of the time. We're at little more than an hour. We can continue this and we'll pick up the cost from there. Well, he became very agitated. And I thought it was because he didn't have more money to spend than we had originally contracted about. So I was trying to comfort him and soothe him and say, we'll work this out. It'll be fine. And he just kept coming back with, but how long? And I'm like, okay, what are you worried about? We were coming from two different directions. He was worried that he was not going to pay me enough for my time. And I was worried that he thought he didn't have enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we had to have good communication and reflective listening to get on the same page about what we were talking about. And I think that happens to people more often than not. They are on two different pages discussing their feelings or the issues that are on different pages. So calmly talking and using the reflective listening. And reflective listening is the person who's listening repeats back in their own words what they heard the other person say. And then the person who has been talking has the opportunity to say, yes, that's what I was saying, or no, you missed a really important point. And then allow it to be clarified so that you're coming from the exact same point on the topic. The person who's talking feels heard and seen and cared about. And the person who's listening gets to know whether they're in alignment with what the person was saying. It can be time consuming because we are used to listening with the goal of being able to respond. We are not listening with the goal of actually hearing what the other person is saying. So we miss a lot of what they're saying because we're so busy formulating our response to it. And doing reflective listening minimizes that. Because when you know you have to repeat it back, you have to listen and pay attention so you're not thinking of your response. And it takes us being in a calm space to be able to follow through with that.
Mm-hmm. If only everyone could be doing reflective listening.
Right.
Well, I also,
not-
it's delivery too.
I know a lot of people go off on other tangents as well. Like if you're talking about something and then there's maybe a difference of opinion, then that.
Or denial. That's not what I
said.
said.
Then they go off into a completely another subject and you can't even finish the last thing that was just spoken about.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when that happens, you stop the conversation and ask if you can reconvene in 15 minutes, half hour, whenever is convenient, and both people are in a calmer space.
Mm-hmm.
Because once the cortisol is triggered, then you go into whatever your fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response is to danger. Is all of that making sense?
Yeah, I think that the communication, delivery, and interpretation, like it's something you got to train your brain to do when you're used to kind of spontaneously just blowing out words.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's good to say, let me understand. This is how I understand this, and confirm that before you even respond.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just reiterate what they said, and then maybe take a few seconds. But I'm really big into delivery with communication.
Yeah,
delivery is huge, and understanding. So I totally understand everything you're saying. It's just training yourself to do it, not reacting in an emotion in the present moment.
Right.
And we could have these tools to do all that, but sometimes the other person doesn't have those types of tools to know to do those types of things.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. And that's where our patience and understanding and compassion for that can come into play for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can explain what we need and then give them space to integrate that. And if they won't, then that is also information for you about how to move forward with the relationship. Whether it's friends, a partner, somebody new, a child, everything, every communication is information.
Mm-hmm.
Or contains information, if we're willing to hear it.
Keyword, willing to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes people hear what they want to hear.
And not every topic's exactly the same.
Right.
I mean, there are some things that you've seen and there's no going back.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about holding grudges and letting go, but it's where it doesn't affect your life physically, right, Rowene, a little bit?
Right.
Yeah. So
absolutely. No, a lot. It will affect your physical being a lot. Hold on to the grudges and everything.
You touched on it a little bit last week about not allowing them to hurt you again. How do you step away from stuff like that?
Yes. So you set a boundary. If you're on a phone, if you continue to talk to me like that, I will hang up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in person, if you continue to talk to me like that, I will leave.
Okay. Yeah.
We can come back together. Now that one's a little more touchy because of abandonment issues. But you can make sure that you have time to come back so they know that you're not leaving forever. But we have to stop it now.
Well, that's good. You're not going to tolerate that. Yeah.
Right. And sticking with your boundary that you're not going to tolerate. It's not acceptable.
Yeah, Rowena, I also have here, according to Psychology Today, it says also identify the triggers. I think once you start, the triggers, recognize the situations or thoughts that trigger the feelings related to the grudge.
Yes.
I just had a conversation with someone the other day, and they didn't even know that they had a trigger from something subconsciously themselves. And I thought that was really big of them to say, I didn't know I had this trigger so deep down inside of me. With,
And the trigger is a place where we need to heal,
Yeah.
where we still have a wound, and we need the person with the trigger needs to heal.
But they don't even know they have it until it happens. And then they surprise themselves. You know what I mean? Like it's so deep in your...
Yeah.
So anyway, well, I know you have an appointment at 3:30. We can carry on part 3 next week and talk more about this topic because we can't cover this stuff in 15. You have hour sessions. We have 15 minutes.
Right.
So can we carry on next week and talk more about, how to solve these issues? Because I think everybody has them. Rightfully so.
I think so too.
Right. Yeah.
And they're escalating in this collective conscience of chaos that we're living in at the moment.
Yeah, and that's why I say if we can all come together. We have a great community here. So, but anyway, Reality with Rowena, again, thank you so much. And thank you for your patience. And if you would like to talk more about grudges or how to let go or how to balance that, Rowena, can you give them your number, please?
Absolutely. You can contact me at 813-857-2401.
Thank you so much for that. And we look forward to part 3 on grudges and letting go next Thursday. Same time, same place on the Shrink and Wrap Show.
Great.
Thank you, Rowena. Have a great day. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Holiday weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rowena.
Thank you. Well, on the wrap point of view, because we have some time, we have about, your husband last week, Trish, had said, you know what? You can probably take a grudge and turn something positive into it. Remember the conversation?
Right. Use it to motivate you.
Yeah, it can motivate you. And so you can take it that way and twist it. So what was his take on that? Do you remember that?
Well, yeah, that's the way he looks at it.
I like that.
From a positive point
That's
of view,
nice.
like, you can tell me that I'll never be a basketball player, and I can use that to say, yes, I will. I'll show you, and I'm going to practice, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to make the varsity team.
Right. It can motivate you and give you that energy of, oh, yeah, I'm going to show you.
Right.
Right.
And that I'd be interested to see what Rowene's take on that, because is that solving it then, or is it parking it?
Well, I think it's helping you. I mean, Rowene's a professional, but as a wrap point of view, and it's just an opinion, that to me, I don't know about you, Luann, but I think, or Gucci girl, I feel like it benefits you because it's a release, and then it's a type of mental, something you can kind of control in your own way. And I don't know, I would think it would benefit you.
I think being positive anytime is good. Turn any situation into a positive, like any negative into a positive. If someone tries to, create this argument where you might have a grudge, just almost kind of like kill them with kindness a little bit, and and don't let them win in a way, and try and create it where it's more of a positive thing, where maybe you both can walk away as somewhat friends or friendly. Or
I just wonder, when you see that person who said that, even if you have exceeded what they thought you couldn't do, or whatever the case may be,
how they'd feel.
Are you still triggered by that person?
Could always be.
But a lot of times I think the grudges, they affect you personally. So if you succeeded in something and you feel good about it, that's affecting you personally in a positive way. But then it's just, I think it could be a positive thing. Like your husband said. I think Dean was right.
I like that he said that.
Good
That's
job,
really
Dean.
nice. Yeah, good job, Dean.
Yeah, it could motivate you. Say, oh yeah. And then, then you kind of in your heart of hearts think, well, and not vindictive. Now, you don't want to be vindictive.
No.
But there's a difference of doing something positive for yourself and being vindictive. I
Right.
think vindictive is a whole nother topic.
Right. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because then you stoop to their level.
No.
And I don't believe in being
No.
vindictive, but
Mm-mm.
it says here, we'll ask Rowena about this too, because again, according to Psychology Today, being vindictive can mean being spiteful, it's vengeful, and it suggests the harboring of grudges.
You don't want to stoop to their level.
And imagined wrongs. Yeah. And then it becomes in your mind, but that's for a shrink, not me. But
You want to take the high road.
It's a whole nother level.
that's a whole nother level.
Yeah,
but,
you want to take the high road.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if something sparks your fire to success,
Right. Right.
then you took it that way, and it was the gasoline to get
And
you.
also, it's just a little more classy to be positive and
Yep.
to not bring people down and
Yeah.
to make them feel, have lower self-esteem or whatever they're trying to do at that particular
Or
moment.
they might not even know they're doing. They might know they're
Yeah.
doing it. They might subconsciously not. There's so much. It's very, very deep.
Right.
Rowene's like,
Very deep.
she's like, we need to pick a topic that's not like that's more than 15 minutes. And this was the simplest topic, and it's not.
There's a lot of angles you can go with this.
So deep.
But that's why I say it's not so easy to let it go. And if someone's hurt you, we're not dismissing feelings. I think that's very important not to say that. We just don't want it to affect your health.
Right.
So just to manage it from a friend's point of view.
Health
we
is
feel
number
it.
one
Yeah.
take care of number one,
Mhm.
yourself.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself, and
Yeah.
health is number one. So
Yeah.
And talking about
Do
it
what's
is the
right.
best thing. Even if
Mhm.
you're not talking to that person, maybe even talking to a friend and
Yes.
seeing what they think. And maybe you took it wrong and maybe there was another way to
Well,
look at it.
misunderstandings. That's
Mhm.
why she said reiterate
Yeah.
the conversation.
and sometimes just talking to other people about it just makes you feel better anyways.
Right.
Right.
Exactly right.
Right.
So, and that's what we were talking about, the whole listening and all that. So let's take a listen, as a matter of fact, because you're going to work on yourself. We're going to work on ourselves, or hopefully, but let's take a listen to this next song. But listen to the lyrics on the Shrink and Wrap Show.
I'm a new soul. I came to this strange world hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came here, felt the joy and the fear, finding myself making every possible mistake. La 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 la. I'm a young soul in this very strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about what is true and fake. But why all this hate? Try to communicate, finding trust and love is not always easy to make. La 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 la
So that's a new soul.
Soul.
And that is by, and please forgive me, I've got to figure out these names. It's, I think, Yael Naim. Naim? Is that right? Yaelnaim. And that's new song or new soul. I got to make sure that's right too, don't I?
New soul.
I thought it was new soul.
Uh-huh.
It's a new song for a new soul.
For a new soul.
I think she said new soul.
It's new
It
soul.
makes sense. Yeah.
It's new soul.
Whatever it was really
it's
nice.
a great
I liked it.
song. Yeah. And it's new soul. And what it is, you've got a new season. So, look into some things that aren't working for you. And
Make changes.
for all of us, I think
Yeah.
it's a good thing without lecturing or preaching. I
Right.
don't want to do that. Or maybe you're happy with your old soul, whatever. Maybe you're happy with that too, or things that are not maybe positive.
Music is so important in life, though. It
Yes.
just makes you happy, even if
Yes.
it's a song about, I don't know, breaking up, and you've just had a breakup. If it's a good song and it makes has a
It
good
just
beat
helps.
or whatever, it just listening to music is so important.
Well, and this is a positive attitude, because if someone has offended you and you're like, well, I'm not going to let it get to me, and you're just like, I'm going to get a new soul, it's a
Yeah.
new soul. So anyway, so let's switch over. I'm going to validate this, what I
Okay.
just said. I know it's new soul, but can you tell us what's going on? We have Trish here for the nonprofit segment, and thank you in advance for telling us what's going on. If you want to give back a little bit and distract yourself from those grudges.
Yes. Well, here's a good distraction. This weekend is a holiday, right? We have Labor Day coming up, and we have our friend Chaz Collins. He'll be at Shepherd's Beach Resort for a Labor Day bash on the beach. And that show kicks off at 8 p.m. on Monday. So go see our friend. He's awesome.
He is.
September 18th is Monte Carlo night at the Italian Club in Ybor City, and that benefits at-risk youngsters of Tampa. And there'll be casino games, prizes, a cash bar, etc. And that's more information or tickets, eventbrite.com.
Love that.
And then also on September 13th from 9 to 12 is the September Beach Cleanup at the Dunedin Causeway with the Salty Soul Foundation. And they're a nonprofit organization dedicated to cleaning our beaches and oceans.
Oh,
That's nice.
Yes.
And they'll also be celebrating the release of their first children's book. So that'll be interesting.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
To
very
sign
cool.
up, visit their website at protectthelocals.com. And if you can't help clean up, you can always donate some money to the Salty Soul Foundation.
That is so nice.
Mhm.
You know, I saw a segment not too long ago, and I don't want to take up any time, but wait, you have more. I
do.
This is what happens. Go ahead.
That's
I
okay.
distract. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, well, if you're into running on December 6th, not 16th, I can't see because I refuse to put my glasses on.
Yeah.
On December 6th, it's the Tampa Bay's Miles for Melanoma 5K.
Oh.
And that's at Alderman's Ford Park in Plant City. Registration opens September 8th, and that benefits the Melanoma Research Foundation, melanoma.org for more info on that.
And for those out there, melanoma is obviously skin cancer, and they've got so much. They've got clothing you can wear. I've got it even for your for protection, even in your car. The sleeves, you know,
tint your windows.
Yeah.
That helps too. In your car.
But it's kind of neat. Some people play tennis and they're out in the sun, but to have those clothes where it's light in Florida,
Right.
Yeah,
I remember the dermatologist telling me about those when I was young, and you know, sunbathing in baby oil.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not wearing those.
On the roof. That's
want
where
a
I was
tan.
too. I was the same way. So again, you're listening to the Shrink and Wrap Show right here at 106.1 Tan Talk Radio, right here in Clearwater, Florida, live. And this is your community station. But I do want to make sure it's New Soul. And I was right. So I do want to correct that because it's not fair, but I love those. I love that song. And I've always known it. But okay, so we do our next segment right here. What I like to do is I like to reinforce positivity to people in our community. And a lot of times, you know, ladies, Gucci Girl and Trish, you know, it's hard to find referrals, you know, so this is your station where you might get referrals. And today I have a community spotlight segment, and the award goes to, is he on the phone?
Do you have a drum roll?
A drum roll, please. Oh, that was good. Can you do that again? There you go. There you go. We have Brian on the phone. Brian, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Brian. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Doing good. He's got a great radio voice.
He sure does.
Right? He's
Dang, Brian.
Yeah. So Brian was going to join us today, but it's an hour away. And I'm like, you know, you can call him whatever works best for you. But I want to introduce Brian. Brian's been on our show before. But how many of you out there have allergies, or you have a light green film on your house, on your patio,
your car windshield?
On your car windshield. Well, Brian is, to me, one of the top pressure washers in the community. He works for Diamond Pressure Washing. And is that Bros or Brothers?
Bros.
Bros. Okay, I want to make sure I got that correct. You're young little whippersnappers over there, right?
Of course.
Yes. So Brian, so you are the owner of this. Is this your company?
Correct. Yes, I am the owner. I'm directing it right now and trying to lead the company forward, just helping the community out, making sure everyone's taken care of.
And that's what I want to say, because can you tell everybody how old you are? Do you mind?
I'm 25.
He's 25 and he's starting out a business, and he works so hard. I'm so impressed for how young he is, the follow-up, and I'm just giving a great referral out there. So Brian, I'm going to start off with you. Can you tell how do you know that someone's house really needs to be pressure washed, and what it looks like, and can it really cause real damage?
Yeah, of course. So typically, whenever you're looking at a home, right, it's not always necessarily about looks. You see that green stuff on the side of the wall, like it's not appealing. It's not pretty to the eye, and that really causes damage to your home. A perfect example of it is if you have, let's say, siding and it's green, that paint could be chipped up, that paint can be ate up, and then instead of paying, $200 for a wash, you could be paying a whole house repaint.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it does cause a lot of damage.
So it basically saves money by getting you're spending money, but by taking care of it early, you're preventing costly damage and decay. So routine pressure washing can really help and avoid expensive repairs and replacements of sidings, shingles, and decking, right? That's pretty much what you're saying.
100%.
Yeah. So can pressure washing actually increase the value of your home, Brian?
Yeah, of course. So I have some clients who are realtors, and before they even close on a home, before they even put it on the market, they typically get it washed and get it taken care of. Why? Pretty simple. You take pictures of the home, people show up for open house, they look at a clean house, they say, wow, it's pretty. Typically, just with that alone, you could sell the house faster and with more value.
Right. Right. So, and what's the biggest mistake homeowners make when it comes to pressure washing?
I mean, take, for example, would you cut your own hair? I mean, look in the mirror. You could do it, but it's going to be a little difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're using machines, they don't kill the mold, right? You're just cleaning with water. If you're not using the proper chemicals, the proper systems, you could cause damage to the home. And the whole point of you pressure washing was to take care of it. Now we're damaging the home. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And I don't cut hair anymore because the bangs always end up coming too short. Yeah. I look like a third grader. But so if someone's listening right now, Brian, and they're thinking about getting it done, why should they call today instead of waiting?
Simple. I mean, over time, mold grows faster. We're in rainy season, guys. It rains every single day. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. And honestly, the more expensive it's going to get. If we're booking up for fall already, so if you want your home looking spotless for the holidays, now's the time to grab a spot.
Brian, do you use the homeowner's water or do you bring your own water?
I always use the homeowner's water because it's cheaper that way.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have to vouch for. Go ahead, Trish. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to ask, how do you protect like the plants around the home from chemicals?
Great question. Great question. So there's two ways you can honestly do it. If you want to go the old fashioned way, you can simply just tarp over the bushes, tarp over the plants, the landscaping. Just that way, no chemical gets on it. We use a neutralizer at the end of all our washes whenever we're doing anything with a home or anything on a roof, stuff of that nature. That way, any chemical that gets on the plant is immediately neutralized. No damage to the landscaping.
Okay, that's great.
That's good.
Yeah, I think to me, keeping your windows clean, if you have allergies and stuff, and you have oak pollen and all that, I mean, that really can help with, because it says it right here even, and you're the expert, but it says reduces allergens, washes away common allergens like mold, mildew, like you said earlier, dust and pollen that build up on the exterior surfaces. And that can trigger allergies and respiratory issues. So in the long run, you might be paying to do this, but you're really saving money for multiple things like you had just mentioned. So, and I got to say something really quick. I've got 1 minute, but Brian, I will vouch for him. He has cleaned my home. But I always very cautious with that because if you're experienced, I don't want to hear about it. I'm just doing good. And I can recommend someone I truly trust, which is Brian and his company. But he also cleans the, if there's a sewer in front of your home,
right,
he'll clean that. And he'll also clean the gutter, the road between the house. So if you start paying attention, you're president of a homeowner association, right?
Yes. I mean, driveways, sidewalks, all that that gets black mold and green mold.
But that area between the road and the house, it can look really black. And then you have one sewer that's dark and then one that's light. But Brian takes care of it. Sometimes it's the choice of the owners. So I really appreciate that you do it. He's a perfectionist. And I just want to give you a shout out. And I love the fact that you're young and doing this and not afraid. And I really wish you the best success. I know you'll be cleaning my home forever. And, I'm really.
And probably your neighbors once they see.
Yeah. Can we just say this really quick? Because I don't want to take Renee's time, but I have to say this. And you know this, Gucci girl, when you live in a community, Brian, you said it. Sometimes you have to be careful where you draw that line because people get a little touchy because then it shows that they have to clean their sidewalk
right,
and they're not in the mood for it. Or so what was your take on that?
Your neighbors get mad at you. She's like, oh gosh, I got to clean my
Look how
sidewalk.
clean my house is and look how dirty
But they get a letter,
Yeah.
you know? What's your take on that, Brian?
I mean, you saw it happen in front of your own eyes today.
Yeah.
Your neighbor came out. They looked at me and they said, "Wow, that's a difference. You do ours?"
Yeah, easy peasy.
Well, and then you see the people that get the letters, and then they're out there with their head down. But, it takes a lot longer for them to do it. So, Brian, I feel bad. We're out of time. But, of course, you're always in my community spotlight, along with other people that I absolutely high recommendations for. Tell everybody your phone number, the name of your company again, and where they can reach you.
Of course. My name of the company is Diamond Pressure Washing Bros. You could call me at 813-377-6139. Again, it's 813-377-6139. If you want to check out our website, look at some projects we've done, diamondpressurewashingbros.com.
You got it. Thank you. And this is not a paid recommendation. Advertisement. This is just a true,
from the heart.
From the heart. That's right. The community is, this show is based on love and support. Thank you so much, Brian. Have a great day. So we're going to switch.
Take care, guys.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Part 3. So we have Renee on the line for 4 minutes. I think I'm doing good with my time. If I can get to her. Renee around Tampa Bay. How you doing?
Hi, Carol. Happy soon to be Labor Day weekend.
That's
I hope you don't get right now.
That's right.
Well, so far so good. The weather's gonna maybe be a little bit rough, but what we do have is something brand new. I found this little gem, and it is a little far away, but it's in South St. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And on Labor Day, it's called the Sky Beach Resort South Beach. And it's a little off the beaten path, like I said, but the Zach Brown tribute band will be playing there for Labor Day weekend.
Oh, they're good.
If you like country music.
Oh my gosh.
Tribute.
Oh,
yes,
tribute.
I love it. It's a tribute
band.
Yeah.
But still, the music's amazing. Yeah.
But it is amazing. They're really good, actually.
Yeah.
Another concert is Friday, the 29th, is Blink 182, and it's a Missionary Impossible 225 tour. It's at Mid-Florida Amphitheater at 7 p.m. on Saturday. That's Friday the 29th. Also Friday the 29th at our new named family arena called the Benchmark International will be Rod Wave. He's a rapper, but he has a great message. And he starts at 7 p.m. But my favorite is August 31st, Sunday. I know you guys are going to laugh because I'm going to date myself. George Thornbread is at the Ruth Eckerd Hall at 7:30 p.m.
I'm happy to say I don't know who that is.
You do?
No, I don't. No, it wasn't before my time.
Oh my! No, it isn't before your
before
time.
my time too. I'm playing that card.
If you would have thrown people off your
Before my
age,
time too.
no, Renee, you have
Renee,
to.
are you sure you know who you're talking about?
Yeah. You got to
No,
throw in some young artists.
I'm having amnesia right now.
Yeah,
Don't
you
mind.
are.
Maybe it's George Timberlane.
That's right.
You guys, okay, have you ever been to Circles, a waterfront cafe in Apollo Beach?
I've been to Circles in Carrollwood back in the day.
No, the
Nothing.
Circles Waterfront Resort.
No,
It's a resort, but it's mainly in Apollo Beach. So it's the crows flies on the water. It's like by boat, 20 minutes from Tampa. But if you have to drive there, it's a little ways. But they redid their whole entire restaurant, and it is supposedly phenomenal. Great food, great seafood, great beach bar, and it has like a beautiful lounge. They're open Labor Day for festivities, water sports, and stuff.
Nice.
And then if you want a little laugh, we can have Side Splitters. Marcus Monroe will be playing there from Thursday tonight, August 8th, all the way to 31st. And you just have to look online at sidesplitters.com for the time slot. Funny Bone, we have Marcelo Hernandez. He's supposed to be really good. And he's there tonight through the 31st as well.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds left.
Ticketmaster.com. And by the way, I wish I had a Brian years ago when I was doing my own power washing, because I literally did pavers with green and black in the middle, and I was using bleach, which is not good.
No. Well, you have Brian now. So
now I have Brian.
Brian is, and give him out, because I'm telling you, it's hard to find people that you really know does a good
job.
And reliable.
Yeah, referable.
Yeah.
Refers. Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Especially with referrals.
Yes.
Happy Labor Day, guys.
Same to you, Renee. Enjoy
Labor
Sophie
Day.
and your daughters. And you got a birthday coming out
am.
we'll talk about in September. But thank you for your time. And
You're
thank you to
welcome.
all my raps and Gucci Girl and DJ Mike and everybody out there listening to the Shrink and Wrap Show. I appreciate all that you do for this show. But we're going to close the segment today with Don't Let Anyone Rob Your Joy. So open up that sunroof and let it go. Let's take a listen to these lyrics of Sunroof and by Nancy Yore and Dazzy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Y-O-U-R-E.
Nancy
You're right.
Yore.
I have a sunroof too.
You do? Well,
I
that's
might
what we're
just
going
have
to
to
do right
buzz
now.
it open when
It's
we-
that, let it go. Let it go. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your holiday. Be safe. And no, we'll be back here next week. The Shrink and Wrap Show, same time, same place, 106.1 TAN Talk Radio. Thank you for listening.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head. You know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want. Kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. I got my head out the sunroof. Oh, 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 ooh. You got me stuck on the thought of you. Oh, 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 ooh. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. La, 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 la. La, 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 dee, da, da, la, 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 la. La, 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 la,
WTAN, Clearwater.
FM 106.1.
WDCF, Dade City.
FM 102.3.
Listen.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. We're learning more about the shooting yesterday at a Catholic school in Minneapolis.
During the processing of the scene at Annunciation Church yesterday, 3 shot